Greetings and welcome to another episode of the Talk to Me America show, where the world wants to know what you have to say. So call me and tell them like it is. Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope everybody had a fantastic week and you didn't miss me too much. I'm LDGddss, your hostess. So far, I haven't had anybody complain that you can't hear me or hear the broadcast, so I can assume everything's working properly. All right. LDG for short. I absolutely love that monogram. Hope you guys, like I said, hope you guys had a great week, and thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. Appreciate y'all being here. I know you could be hanging out with millions of other streamers right now, and you have decided to click on me. Little old famous nobody. So welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Plugs real fast. I got a lot to cover with you tonight, and I'm hoping that you guys will give me some phone calls. Seems like everything seems to be working. Of course, we won't know about the phones until a little bit, but I check them before every show. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Skype is actually going to work. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, plugs out to the No Prisoners podcast with Kevin's Chaotic Coffee, Feisty Ace, and friends, sometimes like me, on Fridays. They also have guest stars, and I don't know if he has a takeover or anything like that anymore. And does he play music that much anymore? Almost exclusively on pill.net, the very epitome of free speech. And actually, if you get on pill.net now, I don't know about the rest of you, but his commercial comes up first. I wonder how much it is to advertise on Pilled. But yeah, his commercial comes up. It's actually pretty exciting compared to all the rest of them. So far, a very great platform to grow on. I am actually on Pill.net now, officially. Actually been officially on there for, about 2 months? And I'm kicking myself for waiting so long, but at the same time, everything happens for a reason. God led me over there when he led me over there when he was at his will. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. Obviously. Let's see. All right. Pastor Chatelet with the pond. I saw him on there, and if that means he is also simulcasting my show, so howdy pond and welcome. Don't forget to hit one of the platforms that I'm on my actual channel to at least give me the numbers and a fire or a thumbs up. Other than that, please share, and welcome to the show. Red Dawn Radio, or as I like to call him, Tyrone. The Drunken Rocky on right after my show tonight, and on Tuesdays he took over for Ray Noth. DJ Based, all my friends and smeegs out there, Magical Trevor, and some guy from Maine, Roo, not me being town. I will go to me in the corner. Oops. That was the music you were listening to, if you heard it before the show started. The Pure Blood Media Group. I can remember when Rugaru made us into a flyer that we were passing around and posting on everything to go and check us out and everything like that. Now we are an interactive TV guide with times, dates, and websites that you can go to check us all out. There I am. Talk to Me America. In fact, it's gotten so big and badass that I used to be all the way up here, and now you have to scroll down just to find me on Thursdays. And of course, like I say, that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Thank you, Rugaru, not me B, and Town, which everybody is Town now. Of course, real quick, you guys all know how to support the chain. Oh, I've got a T-Do page. You know my thing about not wanting to be like everybody else with the T-shirts and the coffee mugs. I've got 2 curio cabinets full of coffee mugs. I love you guys, but I would never drink a coffee out of any of that stuff. And my collection is so big, I really, no. But I make stuff. This was my latest thing, a little heart pillow. You can sleep on it. It's actually it makes a good neck pillow too, yeah. So, but yeah. Crocheted that. It took me almost a week to crochet that. It's pretty big, size of my head, bigger than my head. And of course, you see all the other little stuffs I make back here. One of these days, I'm going to get around to putting the rest of this stuff on the T-Do shop. Magical Trevor, where? Doesn't he work for the Dilly crew now? But he was one of us for a while. I don't even know if he did. He used to do an hourly show, too. But a lot of them did them on Saturdays, so I haven't had time. I haven't had the ability to keep up with people on Saturdays. I work on Saturday nights, sometimes Friday nights, so yeah. So, yeah, support the channel. Like I say, I've also got the, what do they call it? The Super Chats, Odysee, and Rumble. They got fun stuff and cool stuff over on pill.net. You got pills, you got beer cans, you got cookies, and other goodies, phones and fleets and whatever it is over there. Like I say, they really know how to party over on Pilled. I wish I hadn't waited. I actually had a Pilled account. I just didn't have like permission or whatever it is you got to do in order to stream. So, and I was getting, I started over there when they first started, before they even did streams, and I was getting a lot of blue pills. People, there was a lot of trolls over there at first. So, let's see. All right. Okay. Let me go over, let's see who all's in the chats right now. Tonight I am streaming on Odysee, YouTube. Hallie, welcome to the show. I haven't seen you in so long, and we have been so worried about you up there. How are you doing? You must call me when I open the phone lines in a little bit. And actually, you should enjoy this show. It's about Gen X stuff. It'll bring back some cool memories. Most of my listeners, I believe, are my age or around my age. Something like that. I'm also on pill.net and on Rumble. Also, too, Hallie, since YouTube has really been changing a whole bunch of stuff and taking people's... once they changed the algorithm again for this new rule that they have, it started automatically deleting people's videos and things like that. In fact, last week, I got a parental guidance or whatever they call that for showing the attack on Bishop Marmari. So I didn't appeal it or anything. I don't really. YouTube has done nothing for me. In fact, I'm almost down to I'm down to less than 415 followers. I just keep losing followers and stuff like that over there. So after about an hour, I'm going to be cutting YouTube off, so it might be... You can actually download Rumble or Odysee on your phone, too, if you want to listen to that. There's actually... Rumble actually is extremely a lot like YouTube. And I'm not saying don't use YouTube anymore, but if you want to catch my show, the rest of my show, I'm going to... Because... Actually, they cut me off on one show, too. I started talking about... I forgot. I forgot what I was talking about, but... I was talking about guns. And they shut my stream down in the middle of it, talking about guns, so... In fact, I was talking to someone on the line at the time, so... Well, welcome, Hallie. I'm so relieved to see you. I actually did go into... someone asked about you a couple weeks ago, and I went into one of ABL's chats and asked after you. They said they thought they saw you in the chat previous, but that didn't help me out very much. So I'm glad to see you, Hallie. Welcome. I'm sure everyone else is glad to see you too, or that I'm saying this. All right, over here on Odysee, we've got Pastor Shadley. Welcome, Ebtide, Zero Die Loser. Space Cowboy. Welcome, Sparky the Wilder. Mr. Tizo. Laura just said Magical Trevor. Maybe he unpilled and has abandoned Odysee. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Lizzie's mom. Hi, Laura. We are watching. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And Lizzie Longtoes, my famous friend. Welcome to the show. Appreciate y'all being here. Wire! There you are. Hallie says, over here on YouTube, Wow, I didn't know I was missed. Oh yes, oh yes. You have quite a following over here, and people do ask after. Actually, with limited access, limited access. Let's see. I've got over here on Rumble old salty fart. Excuse me, salty old fart. Excuse me. I'm dyslexic. The Drunken Rocky. Let's see. I got these things a little smaller than usual. There we go. Okay, now I can read them. G Fontest 119 here. Can't hear, and I gotta go anyways. Have fun, ladies and gents. Can't hear what? I'm so sorry. Are you not hearing me over there? Are we having a problem? Oh man. I hate it when that happens. I hit the wrong button and it went to something else. Yeah, let me know if you can't hear me or whatever like that. Hey, it didn't play a commercial before it came back up. Okay, audio's fine. Drunken Rocky. Thank you, bud. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. Irish 539. Hi, welcome. Another new face in my crowd over here on Rumble. Salty Zipper Tits. Because of you, I have enough in my first campaign to keep me out of jail. Fantastic! Is that, are you talking to me, or... You know, I've been shouting out... Oh, okay, your donation page. Great, fantastic. I'm glad that we have come to your rescue. That's actually what this community is all about. And if I'd have known you had one, I would have shouted it out too. He does have it on here on the chat. I see. I'm going backwards. Sorry about that. Oh, Lizzie Longtoes over here on the Rumble too. All right, that's the first person I see on there. All right, just holler at me if I missed you. All right, over here on Pilled, Russian Bot. Welcome to the show, Mr. Teaslow, Ebtide, Pastor Chatelet, Video Demon Slayer. Welcome to the show, Mr. Teaslow. I think I saw Mrs. Green Thumb. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Like I said, I know that you guys could be hanging out with millions and millions of people right now, and you're with little old me. So I hope I don't. I hope I don't disappoint. Remind me of Mae West, Lord of Goddess. Why don't you come up and see me sometime? I loved her. I loved her. It's been a hell of a ride these past few years taking crazy pills. Yeah. It feels like it, doesn't it? And I don't even do any of that stuff, so reality sucks sometimes. What can I tell you? Okay, let me see here now. I think I'm all caught up with everyone. Fucking Epic! Welcome to the show. I see fucking Epic over here on Odysee. All right. You guys know that I'm into making stuff, the crochet and everything like that, and I guess it's because this is something that has started coming through my feeds, mainly because of the fact that I've started looking for more and more patterns to make and more things to inspire me to make, and everything like that. I'm actually working on, what am I working on right now? Oh, I'm working on another little teddy bear that I fell in love with, and my old man bought me some recycled plastic yarn. In fact, it amazes me because supposedly on the label it says that it's recycled plastic bottles, but it's fuzzy. It's almost hard to work with because it's fuzzy. It's fuzzy like some of the older acrylic or maybe even like wool or something like that. It's really crazy. Thank you, fucking Epic. You little donation over there from you, and that's how you do it. That's what I was talking about, taking care of me and making sure that I stay on the air, because I'm not going to do the what do you mean, commercial reads and stuff like that, unless of course they let me do exactly what I want to do. In fact, there's a few people that do little skits and everything like that, although I don't know if the skits are written for those people or not, because they all seem to fit those people's personalities so well. But what can I tell you? But thank you so much over there, fucking Epic. Over there on Odysee, you get one of these.
Hey, look, green paper. Green paper.
Appreciate it. All right, back to what I was saying. Anyway, I've started receiving funny crochet skits and things like that, so I thought you would enjoy this. I know I enjoyed this. I wish I had sometimes this kind of creativity when it came to videos, I guess, making stuff up. But I guess I do my share. Anyway, this is really cool, and I thought you'd enjoy it as well as I did. It's really funny too. Here we go.
I just made this sweet compilation. Let's check it out. I just crocheted this sweet ninja star. I just crocheted this sweet ninja sword. I just crocheted this sweet spear. I just crocheted this sweet medieval flail. I just crocheted this sweet stick of dynamite. Let's test it out. Let's test it out. Let's test it out. Let's test it out. Let's test it out.
Oh!
It worked! It worked! It worked! It worked! It works! Later, bros.
Only a guy would think to crochet intestines. Russian bot says I need to sign more Fleetwood Mac and shit. Sing even. Mrs. Bot and I really enjoyed the Fleetwood Mac cover you played. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm still working on it. Still working on it. It was just my volume scrolled down on the control of my external video. So it was the actual component in between the keyboard and the chair. Okay, I get it. Let's see. Did you get your truck back, friend? Who lost their truck? Been called worse. I've been called worse. I'm really late, and it's going to snowball in the remainder of the night. We'll likely see someone here that's here later tonight. I'm just going to restart while I'm out and about. Okay. Whatever you say. Alright, you guys. So yeah, I thought you guys would enjoy that. I know I did. I love it. Only a guy would crochet guts and intestines and stuff. And all the red yarn for blood and stuff like that. I thought that was hilarious. But now I'm starting to get stuff like this since I look for patterns and things like that. So, what can I tell you? Alright. Don't forget also too, like I say, this is like support the channel and everything like that. Don't forget also too, I've got a P.O. box. I love gifts. You don't have to send. I'm actually not allowed, supposedly, to ask for money over the mail or whatever like that, but who's gonna stop you? But I'd rather have a pair of blue blocker glasses. I love changing glasses out. In fact, I need to donate some of them. I've got a box full. Some of them give me a really bad headache. No more than 1.75s, please. And of course, I showed you that Bruce Lee clock that I wanted, where his leg goes all the way around. I think that's awesome. That would go. Where would they go? It goes to a place where you guys could enjoy it too. Actually, I'd find a place for it back here. Might even make another background. You never know. Alright, best thing to do, like I said before, is share, share, share. Click the like button, click all those buttons and everything like that. Because, from what I can see, we're winning. So we need to keep this freedom of speech trend going. Because, like I say, from what I can see, we're winning. But we cannot become complacent again. And like I'm going to show you tonight, this is no time to shut up. Besides, no matter what happens, if Christ is with us, we've already won. We know this. Alright, breaking news! Now, this actually happened a few days ago. What am I going to do? Yeah, okay, breaking news. Again, this actually happened a few days ago, but you'll be happy to see this. And I was very happy to see this, and I saw one little post on X about it, or Twitter, or whatever it is. Like I say, this actually happened a few days ago, but nobody's talking about it. The mistrial is declared in the case of the Arizona rancher accused of murdering the migrant. If I'm not mistaken, we actually were gathering money for this person, weren't we? Weren't we trying to help this person out? Through Pure Blood. I seem to remember we had a GoFundMe or something like that on the air at one time. So, of course, this is the New York Times. I archived it. If you archive it, you actually deprive these newspapers of all the clicks and advertisement, some whatever shit. What's his face does it all the time. He recommends it all the time. Sticks, Hex, and Hammer. He does it all the time. All right. Oh, okay. And of course, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I forgot. We love our lurkers. If you're lurking, that's fine too. Just make sure you share, please, please, please. Can you crochet a pastor doll? Pastor Saturday is meanses, bro. He looks like this. Actually, I don't know Russian, but I always thought Pastor Shadley was gonna look something like this. I mean, it is his avatar, and isn't there a song with a video with the Pepe? So I always thought Pastor Shadley looked more like that. Oh, and I'm surprised nobody wants him. I made him on purpose for you guys. Anyways, George Allen Kelly is accused of fatally shooting Gabriel Quen Bultamia, an unarmed migrant from Mexico. Well, he was unarmed when they found him on his 170-acre ranch in Keno Springs, Arizona last year. Like I say, 74 years old, left his 76-year-old wife alone in this situation and everything like that. A judge on Monday declared a mistrial in the case of an Arizona rancher who was accused of murdering an unarmed migrant on his property after he crossed the U.S.-Mexico border last year in a case that inflamed people on both sides of the national debate over immigration. So what else is new, right? The mistrial was declared after jurors were unable to reach a unanimous verdict during deliberations that begun on Thursday. The judge scheduled a hearing for April 29th. That is going to be in 4 days. That's what, next Monday? According to the Arizona Superior Court in Santa Cruz County. Now, why? If it's a mistrial, what happens after that? Usually that means the person gets let go, right? It's a mistrial. They can't come to a conclusion. And there is extreme amount of reasonable doubt on here. Calls on Monday evening to prosecutors to Brenda Larkin, a lawyer for Mr. Kelly, were not immediately returned. Of course not. When two of the men, Mr. Juan Butima and Daniel Ramirez, ran onto George Allen Kelly's 170-acre ranch, Mr. Kelly fired his AK-47 style rifle at them. AK-47 style rifle. That's not right. I'm sure that's not right. You can't get those AK-47 style rifle. Okay, so again, of course, what do you expect from what did I say? The New York Times? Yeah, the New York Times. I wouldn't expect them to know what any kind of gun is, or be able to show one. And of course, with their agenda, the authorities said Mr. Quen Butima, 48, who had crossed into the United States from his native Mexico in search of work, was hit in the back, law enforcement officials said. Right, so supposedly it was dark. I remember going over this almost a year and a half ago now. Supposedly it was dark, and he shot over their heads. He was just trying to keep them away from the house. So a lot of people, in fact, if I remember correctly, a lot of the comments and the phone calls at this point when I covered this on that show, like I say, about a year ago, he was probably shot by one of the cartels and just left on this guy's property. And of course, they can make up anything they want. And since this guy's 170 acres is right there on the border and everything like that, I would venture to say for some reason or another, that the government probably wants to take it away from him. And since he's a senior citizen, very senior, boomer citizen, I guess you get 74 years old, 75 now, they figured it was going to be easy. That's what they do. This is our government now. The jury began deliberating on Thursday at the conclusion of a trial that started in mid-March. Mr. Kelly had previously rejected a plea deal that would have reduced the charges to 1 count of negligent homicide. Yeah, I don't care who you are. I don't care what they say. Blue-eyed devil, welcome. Cy, welcome. Hey you, buy the Pepe doll from Laura. Yes, you. Yes, he is on my to-do site. TEDOOO. If you only put the 2 O's when you go there, it'll send you to some unsecure site. Don't do that. It's 3 O's. TEDOO. TEDOOO. All right. Yeah, Mr. Kelly, 75, pleaded not guilty last March to 1 count of second-degree murder and 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for endangering Mr. Ramirez. He was released on $1 million bond. They really are going after the wrong people for this shit. I want a Pepe plushie. It will look good nestled among the teddy bears. Yep. Crochet a mohab. Do I have to? Gross. I can't even think. Put it this way. It won't even be real and I don't want to touch it. Okay. Crochet a mohab. The jury began deliberating on Thursday at the conclusion of a trial that started in mid-March. He rejected. I would have too. You know, some people just, they stand up. Hey man, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. I won't take anything less. Unfortunately, if the judge says you are, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. But at the same time, you still know you still stood up for yourself and you didn't lie. You didn't lie. According to the Associated Press, Michael Jetty, a deputy Santa Cruz County attorney, said during closing arguments on Thursday that Mr. Kelly, without verbal warning, without a shout, this is they actually said all kinds of got you stuff in this trial, it sounds like to me after when I was reading this. Without a shout, without any indication, pointed his gun at Mr. Quen Batima and shot in his direction over and over and over again. I can only imagine how theatrical he was about this. Firing a total of 9 times, Mr. Jetty said Mr. Quen Batima suffered a severed aorta and 3 broken ribs. Now, really? What was he shooting at? I don't think an AK-47 would have broken his ribs. Yeah, a severed aorta. From what? Did the bullets go right through this guy? What? That's why I say, none of this stuff really makes a lot of sense. In court papers at the at trial, Mrs. Larkin offered a starkly different account, saying that Mr. Kelly and his wife were eating lunch when they heard a gunshot. Mr. Kelly then saw a group of camouflage-clad men with assault rifles crossing his property, according to his lawyer, and he fired a warning shot over their heads after one of the men pointed a rifle at him. Wow, okay, that's what made us think. Frog Springs, welcome to the show, Bobby Digital. Did I see Zom? Zom, welcome. How you doing down there? I hear that your leaders are trying to silence. Well, at least that video from Marmari from the world. They think they can censor the entire world now. I feel sorry for you guys down there sometimes, but I feel sorry for us too. All the Western world is starting to turn to absolute shit. Thank God for God. That's all I can tell you. Thank God for God. Thank God for Jesus. Karen's out of control. Yeah, I've got that pulled up for you here as soon as I get finished with this little article here. Actually, like I say, it turns out that this court case against this guy that they accused of shooting a refugee or a migrant. He was just coming over here looking for work, trespassing into somebody's property. But yeah, I think that, I don't think, and especially since the old man won't take a plea deal, he knows what the truth is. He's not lying to you. He's not lying to us. Besides that, you know, eating lunch and you hear a gunshot. What are you supposed to do? Just get under the table? Let them come in? No. So, that's actually good news. This is back. A lot of these things are backfiring, and this old man, these old people don't deserve this. And $1 million bail. It took him a few months to get out of prison because of that. All right, now this is let's see, where am I? Where am I? Yeah, like I say, the paper showed a whole bunch of bias. They actually let us know the gotcha questions and the gotcha crapola that they pulled on him in court. It's not about the truth anymore in court. It's about who's got the best lying or the best manipulative lawyers at that point. And a lot of them are actually in cahoots with one another. They make deals with one another before they'll put off deals with you. Stuff like that. But yet, it's okay for these folks to just be pouring in and trafficking people, stealing, robbing, beating, and killing our citizens, not to mention theirs. I'm pretty sure this guy did not kill that guy. In fact, how would he have done it in the back of his head? I would have even known. Anyway, you know, and if you or I, because we have the privilege of paying for this absolute farcical mess in more ways than one, even notice we're the problem. We're the problem. Because we won't put up with this shit. Or we don't want to put up with this shit. The world is a cat playing with Australia. Ha! That's hilarious. Russian bot. Alright, you guys. I am going to open the phone lines. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to open the phone lines. Of course, like I say, seems like everything else is working, but I never know about the phone lines. I did check it before the show, but the first phone call is going to help me out and tell me whether or not. And if you're still there, Hallie, please give us a jingle jangle and let us know how you're doing up there in good old Big Apple. All right. Let's see. Question of the day. Since this show is about the Generation X, I've actually come up with quite a few people that I think you might want to follow. Let's see. AKs are also the choice of commie sympathizers, though not exclusively. I can't imagine why a U.S. patriot would choose to carry an AK instead of America's rifle AR-15. That's probably what it is, Cy. But, again, these idiots that are journalists, they don't have a clue. Most of these people are copy pasta. In fact, why do you think a whole passel of them just got fired? Just got laid off from a lot of these news places. Copy pasta. You know, and the thing about it is with copy pasta like that, if you see it from like one of the bigger stations first, you're not going to want to see it 10 million more times. How many times you see a meme? Greetings, you're on the air.
Zipper Tits here.
Ah, Salty Zipper Tits, welcome to the show. Can everyone hear him and can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right, let's see what our chatters say. Can everyone hear Salty Zipper Tits on the line?
Throw up a 5x5. 7 bigots.
Let's see. Sergeant Tripod, welcome to the show. Nobody's told me whether or not they can hear you yet or not. Hello, Mark. And Resistance, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Trying to keep up with the chats and everything else. So, how are you doing? I didn't even get a chance to ask the question of the day.
How am I doing? Let's just say the other day I was awake for 36 hours, okay, in the cold, all night long, sitting in front of the courthouse, and I was on my feet for 22 of those hours. Okay, and then within 3 days, I got my truck back. I got a hotel room. I bonded out of jail. And if it wasn't for the Salty Army and the Inner Circle of Salt and Pure Blood Media, I would be rotting in jail right now for having a black powdered pistol.
Ah, they caught you with a gun they didn't like, huh?
1858 Colt Pieta.
And they were going to put you in jail for that, for having it?
3 to 6 years because I had a drug felony in 1999 in San Francisco for possession of 2/8 of weed. They gave me intent and gave me a felony.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's not illegal anymore.
I've forgotten all about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not illegal anymore, or well, depends on where you are. Depends on where you are. But
well, I'm in California where it's fucking totally legal. When they arrested me, I had a pound of weed in the back of my truck, and I had 2.5 ounces of dabs in my truck.
Can you imagine that?
And they left it. I still have it.
I'm surprised. Usually they take stuff like that for just because they can.
For themselves.
Yep. So they can sell it. So they can, yeah. I just, well, I'm so glad to hear that everything worked out properly and perfectly for you, especially in California, because it's a shame. The weed, you can have tons of weed, but an old gun at that is illegal in California.
It's bullshit. So, I need to shout out to Rocky, the Drunken Rocky. I need to shout out to everybody in Pure Blood Media, Boomtown and all them that has totally helped, Red Dawn Radio and Tweak the Soldier. We're going to be getting together on Saturday to formulate a plan for my legal defense. I have my truck back. the campaign for my truck is still open. We actually kind of need $100 left put on that because the person who's running that like fronted some money to get me out of jail. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then she was gonna pull it out of that campaign, but I need to pay my bondsman $1,000 more by the end of this month, and I only got 500 right now, so we're gonna use that 500 that's on that campaign, and I still need $100 to pay her back
Mm-hmm.
for the money she fronted me for bond.
Okay. Let's see.
So,
Russian bot says says his weed's so bad they didn't take it.
actually, no, my shit's the bomb. Humboldt County, they smelt it in my truck in a fucking garbage bag, fucking standing outside.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
you smell a lot like weed, and I'm like, I haven't smoked since yesterday, and I got medical reasons to smoke.
yeah.
I got rheumatoid arthritis and osteoporosis.
Okay. Yeah, that's the arthritis is I know that's on a lot of lists.
Oh my god, it sucks. It's traveling up my arms. My hands are all gnarled, and it's traveling up my arms. It sucks.
Yeah, my one of my cousins had that when she was younger. She's actually dead now. May she rest in peace, but thank goodness she's not in the pain anymore. She couldn't really hardly even move. I remember she was in a wheelchair for years, and oh yeah.
Yeah, I had an uncle that had arthritis that bad. It's hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So yeah, fucking the whole reason I got arrested is because I had this problem dude that I've been fucking dealing with since February, where he's been like stalking me and trying to fucking cause problems for me everywhere I go.
Oh, okay.
And he saw me he saw me panhandling, okay, and you know I'm basically just was killing time in this area, waiting for my friends from Florida to come out, and it takes $200 a tank to fill my gas. So I got panhandled for gas a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't been working for a while since COVID. Can't get a job.
Right.
So yeah, so I panhandle. Gotta do what you gotta do. I don't care what it takes. You do what you gotta do.
Sure,
Take care of your
sure.
business. So, I'm sitting out there panhandling, and dude fucking jumps out of his car as he's leaving the truck stop. He jumps out of his car and runs up on me like he's gonna fight, like he's gonna fucking start swinging on me. So I grab my knife and I'm like, take a swing, see what you get. Fuck around, find out.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking within 2 minutes, 4 cops were there to arrest me.
That almost sounds like a setup.
Cops
never come that fast.
4 deep. 4 cars deep.
Well, actually, they never come that fast. But I do agree with Tim Pool about the fact that they're going to a lot of these establishment cops now are going to arrest they're going to make the easy arrest.
Yeah, well, they thought they were going to basically fucking railroad me here. They thought they would fucking impound my truck, put my dog in the pound, fucking give my dog away, and fucking lien sale my fucking truck.
Right.
They had a lien on it already. It was in pound 9 days. Cost me $1,068 to get the truck out.
That's a lot. California has really turned into it sounds like a mafia state to me. That your government is terrible out there.
Oh, it is, and it's not my government. Fuck these motherfuckers. I've never paid them down. I've owned my own business in this state for 12 years. Never paid taxes. Fuck those motherfuckers. Come get me.
Well, it sounds like they did.
Well, they're trying, but with Tweak, they ain't got a prayer.
That's for sure.
Tweak's already on it. I've already talked to Tweak, explained the case law and everything. He wants Saturday. He wants me to take pictures of the paperwork, and he's already got motions he's filling out, Marston motion and some other motions that he's filling out for me to give to my lawyer. And if my lawyer don't do it, I'm gonna fire his ass. but I'm gonna wait until I get find a Second Amendment lawyer, from one of these gun advocacy groups.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna have the guy come to court, and fucking without saying anything to the lawyer, fucking up front, I'm gonna go up and up to when the judge calls me. As soon as my lawyer says something, I'm gonna look at him and say fired. And the judge goes, what are you going to do for representation? And then the lawyer that I have waiting in the crowd is going to stand up and say, Your Honor, I'm so and so for so and so, and I'm his lawyer.
Cool.
This because the DA here or the DA in the 90s, every single cop in this town was fired for corruption.
Yeah. Bobby Digital wants to know what your. He wants to know, are you white?
Am I white?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm white.
He says, ask him his skin color. I'm sure I already know. That actually has a lot to do with some of the things I'm seeing, too.
Pecker one. I'm a bigot.
I always thought that was a redneck.
No, Peckerwood. That's a prison term for white boy.
Oh, I see. I've never been to prison. I wouldn't know.
I did 2 years for an ounce of marijuana. July of 2000, 6 months before they made it legal for medical in the state.
That's crazy, huh?
Okay, I did 15 and a half months in Old Folsom and 4 years of parole. And they automatically dropped fucking several years ago, fucking 2000, I want to say 2012. Okay, after 10 years, they automatically dropped the fucking the felony shit, fucking parole, fucking they didn't even bring up my. It was just possession of weed, no intent, no nothing. So they dropped that from a felony to a misdemeanor after 10 years, and I got my voting rights back. That's why I thought I had all rights to fucking carry a fucking gun, and I chose black powder so I could be legal to carry it in every state.
Right, I don't know what the law is about black powder as far as that goes.
Black powder doesn't require a permit. Black powder is for antique guns. Antique guns don't fall under the ATF guideline. In my hometown of Eureka, all the cops there know I have it, and they ask me not to, but it's perfectly legal for me to walk around town with it out in the open.
Yeah, Bobby Digital says, point being, if he was blick, he wouldn't be getting messed with like that. Yeah, he could have probably shot somebody and he wouldn't be getting messed with like that.
Yeah. Let me give you, you want to hear the greatest story of the day?
Okay.
It was about, everyone get ready to laugh your asses off. It's fucking awesome. Okay. So, I stayed at a hotel room last night, and I met a guy next door that gave me a change of clothes because I didn't have any of my clothes, and the stuff I was in was nasty. And the change of clothes he gave me is this button-up flower T-shirt, like bright-ass flower T-shirt. Okay? Freaking, I go to pick up my truck, and the guy that I talked to on the phone before I got there was really cool. The guy that came to the gate to deal with me was total dick. Okay? Just total attitude, out the ass. Okay? Freaking, I showed him the paperwork, and then he's like, where's the money? And I'm like, I have to get it, put it on Cash App, and then I Cash App to you, like the guy before I talked to on the phone was talking about. And he's like, well, you're not dealing with him, you're dealing with me, and I only take cash or credit card. And I'm like, all right, I got a Cash App card, I'll put it on the card. Okay? It's just going to take a minute. I gotta get it, bank transfer and stuff. So fucking, I'm sitting out there for 20, 30 minutes. I get the thing, put over to the Cash App card. But the Cash App card is in my best friend's name. I have his power of attorney. He's been locked up for 15 years on a civil commitment, danger to himself and others. Okay, railroad. Anyways, so I give him the card. And the dude looks at the back, and he's like, this ain't your name. And I look at him straight face, and I said, it belongs to my husband.
And he probably shut right up and took your... Yeah, okay.
Dude, okay, and I'm on the phone with my friend Victor. I'm on the phone with him as I tell him this. And fucking, I'm like, you want to talk to him? And I hand him the phone. He's like, who is this? And he's like, this is Victor House. And my buddy. And fucking... name on the same name on the card. And fucking go over and fucking dude fucking Victor says something to him. He laughs, hands me the phone back, and I'm like, "What? Victor giving me shit?" And he's like, "No, he's giving you shit." And I'm like, "That's my Victor." Dude's attitude changed immediate 180. He went from being an asshole to the nicest fucking guy in the world.
Yeah, he could have lost his job for not being nice to you, for being altered.
Yep.
Alternative lifestyle. So, hey, why not? Why not? They're using it against us for some reason or another. Why not?
Exactly.
And they've made the rules to where you can't question it. So fuck them. Do it.
Exactly.
Good job. Good job. I like hearing stuff like that.
It was fucking hilarious because my friend Victor's on the phone, and I told him I was going to do that fucking before he came out to collect the money. I'm like, he gives me any shit about the name of the card, I'm going to tell him you're my husband. He's like, no, tell him I'm your brother. I'm like, no, dude, what I'm wearing right now, no.
Oh, the t-shirt helped. Okay, fantastic.
Dude, the big flowery fucking button-up collar shirt, like flamboyant as hell. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's fit the part, totally.
Get it, girl!
Girl. But yeah, they make the rules, so I'm going to use them.
Sure. Why not? Why not? Hey, it works both. It ended up working both ways. That's one thing most people don't understand. That I think that's why a lot of times they do the censorship and everything like that, and they try to tell us that they're all the only ones allowed to do this. They just want us to stand back and take this shit. No, I've never known a human being on Earth that if they were given the chance to just sit back and take shit from people.
Yeah.
So yeah, fantastic.
With the brandishing of a knife, the cops fucking basically don't care that I'm disabled, osteoporosis and rheumatoid arthritis. Cop was like, "Why didn't you retreat? Why didn't you walk away?" I'm like, "Dude, walking away, retreating."
Motherfucker, I can barely move. What do you want? Yeah.
Walking. I'm like, I was barely able to stand up and grab my knife before he was on me. In my face. I'm like, walking away. Let's say I walk away and I fall off the curb and break my hip and.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I would have asked the cop, would you have stood there and just let him attack you?
Yeah, I'm like, I want to say, is that what you teach your son to do, the bullies at school?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Cooks.
Let's see. Russian Bot says from now on he's going to ask how your husband is.
Yeah, man, I thought it was, I said it so straight-faced and like it was absolutely natural and just like, fucking, I didn't fucking crack a smile or nothing.
Yeah, whatever works, man.
Acting job.
Yeah, whatever works.
Job.
Whatever works. Like I say, they made the rules. So, in fact, I played a video last week of this guy that had gone to a restaurant and asked for an horchata before he went to work and everything like that. And the waiter was gay or whatever, and he called him sir, and he turned it around on him. He says, no, you need to, he says, how about my pronouns? Did you, because he called him sir. And the guy goes, wait, the gay guy's, wait, you can't do this. He's like, I sure the hell can. From now on, this is my pronouns. I'm king, whatever, and you better bring me my horchata now. And he started talking with, like, voices. What was it? Dumb and Dumber or something like that, where he had to, one of them was the voice of Herbert, the pedophile on Family Guy. So yeah, that was pretty good. It was like, but yeah, they do this to us, but then when somebody tries to do it back to them by using their own rules, you get the ubdas all of a sudden. You can't do that. Oh, says who? When did you die and become my boss?
Yeah. And as far as the shirt goes, I want to tell everybody, I plan on jitsying in with Rocky, so everyone can see me.
Okay, fantastic. Does Rocky know this?
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm
just kidding.
Text me a link. Everyone can have my phone number too. It's on the picture of my truck. That's my phone number. Anyone's welcome to call and chit chat. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. Sai says defunding the cops ran all the good cops off, leaving us mostly with shitty oath-breaking cops that are scum. Well, the ones that they have hired are the ones that are actually going to be faithful and loyal to the establishment. They're not going to give two shits what the people want, and they're going to go for the easiest arrests.
And illegals.
Yeah,
they're hiring illegals now.
Yeah, that's why I say they're going to go for the easiest arrests. In fact, Tim Pool's been saying it for the last couple of years now that you got one person in a house and you got a whole bunch of people in Antifa harassing that person. The person calls the cops. Antifa says this person is a such and such or a so and so. The cops arrest the guy in the house. They're not going to fight all these other people out there against one guy.
Yeah.
I watched him do it to that old man. I watched him do it to that old man that was in traffic. They were smashing his windows and gathering around his truck. He got out and pulled out a gun. The first thing the cops did was arrest him. I noticed that they backed the fuck off when he pulled that gun, though. Yeah. So,
for anyone who's interested, I got a new legal give send go that I put up myself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky and everyone's got the links. I put it in chat also, help fight the California communists, okay? And in that I put the picture, well, it's not my gun, but it's the closest thing I could find online to what my gun looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
I take it you didn't get it back. I take it you didn't get that back.
No, they're keeping it for evidence, but I will get it back.
Okay.
I will get it back.
I've heard that before. I've had a few people and friends through over the years that have actually gotten their guns taken away for having marijuana in the house.
Yeah.
And one of my friends never ever did get their guns back. In fact, two of them were actual collector's items from his great-great-grandfather. They didn't actually, they were muskets. You know, the black powder, like you said. But
get those back?
No, they didn't give him any of his firearms back.
Did he take the plea?
No, actually, he stayed in jail until they let him go.
So, yes, no, that's bond. Okay, a plea means did he take the charge? Did he plead out? Did he take a charge? If he took a charge, then they can keep him. I'm going to win my case.
Not that I know of.
They have to, when you win your case, they have to return the evidence.
Huh. Okay, well, they have to, but that doesn't mean they will. Can Killer, welcome to the show.
Then I'm suing him for over $2,000 on just that, on top of fucking whatever fucking every fucking day I spent in jail.
Yeah, man, go for broke. That's actually one of the things you'll find out in the legal system, especially if you're negotiating. You always ask for way more than you want and then negotiate down. It's just like anything else.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're threatening me with 3 to 6 years.
Still?
Yeah, that's what they're threatening me with. 3 to 6 years. Because I'm a prohibited possessor because I have a marijuana felony from 1999.
Which should be expunged. I thought they moved to expunge a lot of that past stuff.
They were supposed to.
What state was that? That was California. I had read that about. I guess they were too busy paying for the illegals and the what was it? The new don't they have some new program out there that they're giving the illegals all this free medical care and everything now?
Oh yeah, fucking
yeah.
Fucking and all over. I'm in a little podunk town, okay, called Colusa, California, and they have fucking migrant fucking facilities out here.
Okay, yeah. One of my close friends just moved out of Lodi after they retired. They couldn't afford it no more.
I don't understand. It's fucking stupid expensive out here. Gas and diesel's $5 a gallon. Gas is actually $5.70 something, and diesel is like fucking $4.89 or something.
Yeah, I noticed it just went up again too this last week. Ours is up again to almost $3.50, which is expensive for Texas. Have had police return firearms back to me more than once, but not the same, most likely. Yeah, Wire says. Like I say, and actually it's getting to the point now, too, is where they can do any fucking thing they want, and it's really, really hard to do anything about it. I mean, look at how even with Tweak's knowledge and everything about all of this stuff, they still ended up holding him for no reason. He was a political prisoner, so.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, yeah, because he couldn't bond out. They probably revoked his bond and couldn't bond out, and fucking therefore they could hold him until the fucking case is fucking done.
Right.
One way or the other. That's why I got lucky. The judge was thinking about revoking bond because I had 4 failure to appears in the 90s. Okay, and didn't care that wasn't gonna care that past 20 years I've been clean, sober, fucking run my own business, fucking out of trouble, fucking no problems. Until this fucking kid set me up.
Yeah.
And he knew exactly what my reaction was going to be too, because it's happened before with him, and I fucking called the highway patrol on his ass, and I had a fucking case number, and the cops didn't care.
Right. Well, that was why he tried to get you. You beat him each time. He knows the answer. So yeah, I totally understand. You encountered a twat.
Oh yeah. And he's a liar and a thief. The reason he has a problem with me is because I called him out for stealing fucking dog food money from me.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, some people are just evil like that. They won't ever give up, and the more you fight against them, the more they're going to determine they're going to get you.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
They take pleasure in other people's pain. I've known people like that too.
I also believe fucking he's an Antifa wannabe because fucking I heard him talking about fucking he's got an Antifa friend in Colorado. And I was thinking he was trying to set me up fucking to get jumped by his Antifa friends. He wanted me to go out with him to Colorado for something.
Mm-hmm. Yep, trust no one. All right. Well, you basically called to thank everyone and to let everyone know that you're going to be on the Rocky Show tonight. Is that correct?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that I got my truck back, but I'm only able to keep it until Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm trading it for I have a right now it's a '99 F350 dually built for hauling, okay, and Mormon religious family that got my truck out of impound for me is going to come up and trade me their 2007 F150. Okay, and they gave me $500 towards my bond. Okay, and then they have to move a bunch of stuff from Southern California to Nevada, where they're moving back to, and their truck couldn't do it. So they got big fifth wheels and shit.
Oh, well, it sounds like God had a plan for you, and you helped somebody out, and they helped you out. So everything sounds fantastic. Plus, you also have the pond behind you too. It sounds like so. You're blessed.
Oh yeah. Like I can't Pastor Shadley is saying it's fucking Pure Blood Media.
He's part of it.
If he's not, yeah, I don't know if he's actually involved in it, but I count him as part of it. He's right up there with him with 451 and everybody else.
Well, he like me and 451 and all those guys were some of the originals.
Yeah. So, again, yeah, I definitely think that I'm getting into it with the that's Pastor Shadowley calls every other day. I was in this show the other day, just in the chat, trying to let everyone, know my links so that they can, share them out or help out. And any help is going to help because I still got to find, legal fees. Whether or not I get a pro bono attorney, there's still going to be filing fees and other stuff like that.
Right.
One and two, I still owe after I pay this next $1,000 that I got. It's going to take everything I got to pay this $1,000 to the bondsman by the end of this month. Okay, just the next few days. I need $250 a month. Okay, to keep giving to the bondsman, so that way I can stay free and fight this case. And currently, I am unemployed. I am going to be going down to employment agencies and other stuff, beating the streets tomorrow and starting Monday next week too. So I'm going to be looking for work, and so that way I don't have to rely on others. But right now, everything anybody sends is a total godsend. I kept my dog because of people who have helped me. I got my truck back because of people who have helped me. I got a shower and a motel room last night because of people who have helped me. And, excuse me, getting choked up. And it's not going unnoticed. I heart everybody's comment and everybody's donation. I watch it religiously every day because it's the only thing between me and these fucking communists right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I need everybody's help when you can help. A few dollars, $5, $10, whatever. It's going to go to fight the commies.
Yep.
If you want to get involved, this is one way to get it, because if they put me away for a black powder pistol, that sets precedent.
Yeah.
And nobody should be going away for fucking an antique firearm. I don't care. If it's converted or not, it's still black powder, black powder, black powder.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. So yeah, it's just amazing what everyone's done, and I pray that everyone just keeps it up. You know, whatever you can spare, it's all gonna go to, it's not gonna go to nothing stupid. You know, someone's like, here's $10, go get a steak dinner. I'm like, no, steak dinner. I'll go get Burger King before I spend fucking $20 on a steak dinner. I'll spend $5 at Burger King and be happy.
Right on.
So yeah, man, fucking, I'm just eternally grateful for everybody. I've been bragging about everybody's show. I've advertised it to a bunch of people in jail, pureblood.nexus, so they can find you and everybody else. So yeah, everybody who's helping, it's amazing. It's a godsend, and it's been a total blessing.
Appreciate it. It's amazing what we can do when we get together like that. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that everyone was able to help. Like I say, if I'd have known more about it, I would have. Or if I'd have known anything about it, I would have advertised it too. But you're on my show right now, so you're advertising it.
That's why I called in, because I wanted. Not everybody's always going to be on the same page. So if I can get on a Jitsi, on Pastor Shadowlay's show, I'll do it. If I can, anybody. If you want me on your show, you want to hear what I have to say about what's going on, not just what happened, but current. I'm going to be keeping up with this, and I'm going to drag this out for a year or two, so that way I can get a 2A attorney and and actually beat this shit. I'm not going to let them railroad me. They thought they could fucking keep all my shit and fucking put me in prison. Nah, man, they've woken the dragon.
Excellent. We need more folks that'll stand up and fight like you. The only other thing I can maybe suggest, although this might be small for them, although I'm not real sure, is the Freedom, is Stephen Miller's group, the guy that was a spokesperson for Trump back when he was president. You know Stephen Miller? In fact, the left absolutely hates him, but he actually has an association. He's a lawyer. He has an association or something like that actually helps, people out with these kinds of cases where you've basically been unfairly jailed or unfairly prosecuted in some way or another.
If you can go over and you got my phone number now. If you want to go over and if you can send me a link of how, an email or a link or something, how I can find this person.
You should just be able to look up Stephen Miller on the internet, okay. And it'll probably take you to that association. It's something America First, something or other. I forget what it is. If I ever needed it, that'd be the first person I'd go look for. Because I've got to be honest with you, I'm so surprised nobody's knocked on my door yet, because I don't hold back, and I've got a freedom of speech program, and I don't let anyone else hold back either. So what can I tell you?
Hey, we're all on the list, and they're fucking going down it one by one. This is the way they wanted to get me.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it comes down to it, I've been a thorn in their side for a long time. I've kept $1.5 trillion away from Bill Gates by hacking Office 2010, putting it out on the internet for free, and getting 1 billion downloads in 5 years.
Wow.
$1,500 when I did that per copy. So I put it out for free, and they couldn't do nothing to me because I didn't profit.
Well, yeah, that's how that works. Okay. Well, fantastic. And I'm so glad everyone was able to help you and continue to help him. Make sure you go over to his, what do you have, a Give, Send, Go now? Or
Give, Send, Go. Give, Send, Go. Zipper Tips Legal.
Okay. And make sure you check out the Rocky Show tonight. He'll be on the Rocky Show tonight.
Yep. I don't know what time, but, yeah. I'll be on there.
Okay. Anything else?
Anybody? Anything else? Anybody? Any questions? Come on, man. What you got for me?
Okay. Actually, I meant you.
Oh, no, I was asking about the audience participation. I don't know if there's any questions. Anybody got any concerns, any questions, anything, you want to ask me, yes, I'm white.
I'm not real sure what he's talking about earlier. Wire says if he does have that little piece of paper they give you when they take you, we'll most likely never see them again. Did they give you some kind of I guess for your possessions?
It's entered into evidence. They don't have to give you a receipt. It's evidence, and they have to return evidence if I win the case. I got arrested for a scale and an empty baggie just so they could put me through the rigmarole. Okay, and they dropped the case. 12 hours going through processing, so they could put me back through processing another 12 hours. Okay, they let me out of jail, and they handed me my scale back.
Huh.
And digital.
Okay.
Okay, they have to return evidence.
Let's see. All right. Russian bot, why would you want to know this?
What do you say?
He wants to know what your husband's favorite position is. What the hell, man? Why would you want to know that? Why? Why would you want to know that? Actually, I think it was probably just a stupid question because of the fact that you asked. I think everybody knows everything. You've pretty much explained it quite well. And like I say, they're probably going to be expecting you to talk more about it on Rocky's show as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. Seriously, listen, I gotta think about that one. Maybe something to do with maybe a middle finger.
I don't want to know that. You guys talk about it on Rocky's show. That's not.
Hey man, I'm a troll and I can troll with it.
There you go. Russian bot says, I don't really want to know. Well, then what'd you write it down for?
My name Salty Zipper Tits is a troll, and it's based off of Elliot Page.
Oh, okay.
Elliot Page.
All right.
Yep.
I remember when you asked the question we were doing that when we had AI on the show, that AI thing on the show, and it was offended by your username, Salty Zipper Tits. We don't use that kind of language around here. It's like, dude, that's the guy's screen name. He's like, we don't use that. Damn, these damn IAs are nothing but damn robots. So yeah. Hey man, we've got a dude on here with his screen name. His name is fucking Epic. Now it's spelled FAUX Epic, but it sounds exactly the same. So FAUXKING, but it still sounds. What can I tell you? So, all right, man, I'm gonna get on with the show. I appreciate you calling me, and everybody make sure to support this young man. They're trying to take us out one at a time, and they're even using the black powder gun. You know what I'm saying? A really old gun, which he didn't even use when they arrested him. I bet they didn't take your knife, did they?
It was locked in my vehicle behind a padlock.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, man. That's actually a good thing that you called, too, letting people know that us regular people are getting it from this government as well as President Trump. In fact, they told us, one of the first things Kamala said when they were campaigning and they supposedly won in 2020, hey, we're going to make sure that you pay for putting Trump in office. We're coming after you. We're not going to, you know what I'm saying? And they weren't lying. They weren't lying. Obviously.
If someone tells you who they are, believe them.
Oh yes. She really did say that they were going to make us pay for that. There were several people on that side that told us that they were going to make us pay for putting Trump in office.
Yep. And we're going to make them pay for what they're doing now.
I'm going to leave that up to God. I'm leaving that up to God because He can punish them way more than I ever could.
Well, according to God, what comes around goes around.
Exactly.
And the pendulum always swings. Fucking gravity fucking makes the pendulum swing the other direction every time.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. It does. Most of this stuff ends up backfiring. If you do things for evil, in most cases, it ends up backfiring on you.
Did you see the Supreme Court case this morning?
No.
Oh man, seriously, it sounded like when fucking the counselor for the special counsel, okay, was up there talking to the justices. Okay, if you took Trump out and put Biden in there, it was fucking like seriously, literally they were saying fucking what Trump was doing but it's exactly what Biden's doing.
Right. Oh, well, I was going to say, they're famous. They've done that forever. Point the finger while they're actually committing the crimes.
This is on record in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's his immunity. It's his immunity thing. So I'm like, yeah, take Trump's immunity, please.
Yeah.
Please do it.
I'm not surprised.
That's just going to elect him, and then the pendulum swings the other way, and guess what? Everyone from fucking Bush fucking #1 all the way up, fucking, we need to fucking prosecute them for their crimes, including Obama for drone strikes on American citizens.
We'll see about that, won't we?
Well, if they take their Trump's immunity away, it goes the other way. It always goes the other way. Eventually, fucking, we're going to get power, and we're going to fucking do the same thing they were doing to them.
Frog Springs, thank you so much. She's just give me a little donation over there on Odysee. I appreciate that. You get one of these.
Look, green paper.
Woo woo! That's Rocky's thing. I wouldn't steal his thing, but yeah, woo woo! Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That's the way you do it. That's what keeps my channel. Everything that comes through here goes right back into here. Even if I have to save it up, I keep it separate. I don't spend it on anything else. It goes right back into this show, and soon another show. Hopefully, my singing show. I don't think that I'm going to actually sing live. I'm still not real comfortable with the mixing on that, but I'll try to record some music for you, and we'll have some fun. Maybe we'll have some music trivia, things like that. I've been coming up and brainstorming and trying to come up with all of this stuff. I still got to work on splash screens and all this other too. I still have to work on another thing on my OBS for the show. It's not going to have the American flag. It's going to have different backgrounds and all that other stuff. It's going to be a completely different show. Let's see. God says, vengeance is mine, so beware. Justice is man's concept. I have some well thought out arguments in that direction, but that's for another day. Yes, actually, I've said on many occasions that vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I just hope in some cases He'll let us watch.
I don't remember if it was Psalms or Proverbs. I read it just the other day. Basically, it said, the man that steals from the poor will become destitute instead.
Mm-hmm.
Something to that effect. And I thought it was a dude that fucking set me up.
Yep. Well, again, I'm sure that there's a plan for you. Yeah, I'm sure there's a plan for you.
Yeah.
There's also I call it balance. If you don't know the bad times, you won't know how great the good times are. You got to have both.
Also, the only reason I'm trading my truck is because of the situation that happened to me, and they prayed to God to give them a way to fucking be able to move their stuff so they don't lose their stuff.
Right.
And you know, my truck, their value-wise, they're coming up over $10,000 on my truck. Their truck's worth maybe 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, I know the used cars.
Loan's worth 15.
Yeah, well, I find that there's a lot of people that are trying to be rebels with this because they're trying to enforce this electronic car thing. But yeah, I gotcha, and totally understandable. And like I say, it sounds to me like God has you under His wing, so I'm not real worried about you. And like I say, you've got the pond and everything else behind you. You can't lose, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So far, it's totally impressed everybody that's actually taken a look at what we've accomplished these past couple of weeks, just a week or two, not even 2 weeks, past fucking 8. 8 days.
Yep. Very good.
Like literally, what we've accomplished in this past week is more than most people can do in 2-3 months. So, yeah, it's definitely been a blessing, and I've given myself over to the Lord, and it's gonna work out because he's never let me down before.
Fantastic. He will never let you down again. He won't ever let you down either. He is the way.
Yeah.
All right, man.
He's the provider.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thanks so much for calling. You have a blessed evening, and good. I won't even tell you good luck. God bless you. You got it going on with God for sure. Sounds like to me.
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys on Rocky.
Okay. God bless.
All right.
Good night.
Later.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I know Zom's been waiting for this. This is about a 4-hour video, and I will be live reacting to it. Must watch for Australians. I do know that there are some people out there that want to censor everybody now because of the fact that not only did they want to censor the Marmari video, which they basically want to show that so that nobody knows that Christians are actually the ones that are not the bad guys. They want to be able to portray Christians as the bad guys. So shame on anybody that shows them that everybody has a problem once in a while with people. It doesn't matter. You can't. Wow, the phone calls. All right. Greetings. You're on the air.
Oh, great. No, it's just me again. It's old Mark. Hey.
Mark, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing
man,
fantastic.
How's my gas station microphone, man? I just went over and got it.
Gas station microphone. I guess it's okay as long as you didn't get it out of the restroom.
No, it wasn't. Look, I can hold it closer, man. Get that deep voice going. How about that? Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, all right. A little $8 fucking headset thingy.
No, it actually sounds pretty good.
Because before it was really, if it's echoey now, I don't know what the hell's going on, man.
No, it's not echoey. I didn't have any problem with this. You called me last week. I didn't have any problems with you. Did you?
Yeah, I listened back. I listened back. I was like, what the hell?
Okay. Well, I still haven't had a chance to ask my question of the day, and this was supposed to be a show about Generation X. I haven't even got to any of that either.
You mentioned that on your last show.
Yeah. I'm seeing so many come through. I've actually, when I was going through some of them today and through this past week when they come through my feed, I realized I actually have some Gen Xers creators that I follow. It's because they make good memories, and I remember a lot of the stuff, and they play good music, and they have good ideas and stuff. So yeah.
I myself am a Gen Xer, and that's why I was excited when you mentioned that, and I said, "Oh, I got a caller." And I know you just got through with a call. I know you.
That's okay.
Your videos.
Well, in that case, here was the question of the day. This was actually for the phone calls anyway. What do you remember most fondly and most unaffectionately about the 70s, 80s, and 90s? Mind you, you don't have to be a Gen X to answer this question, because I have been seeing some of the fashions coming back from the 80s.
I'll be glad to answer.
All right.
And from my take on it.
Okay.
Let's see. Now, I was born in 76.
Okay.
So,
you're a young Xer.
Yeah, man. A 90s child, a 90s teenager anyway, in the very early 90s.
Yeah.
So in 86, I was 10 years old. And I remember 84. I remember being 7. You know what I mean? I remember being 6.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Thriller and Beat It and what the hell ever and Culture Club.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving along throughout the 80s was very, very interesting, man. Well, that was my first growing up was the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And,
you became a teenager in the 80s.
No. In the late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
Like,
okay.
Literally, yeah. So I was, oh yeah. I was one of those. Remember when Pearl Jam came out? and fucking, you know.
So what was your favorite part about that? What was some of your favorite things? Because I'm sure you look back on that, and I'm sure you've seen some of the Gen Xers that have come out and started telling people, hey, man, stop lecturing us about this shit. We don't care. Do your thing and leave us out of it.
Oh, what makes us stand apart? Well, for one, well, going back, we'll talk about that teenage years, but going back to it when we were kids, and I remember this, and I went to stay at my best friend's house, you know. This was in the 80s, totally. I was like 9 years old. And, yeah, just like all the stereotypes you hear about, no, it was real. We drank out of the damn water hose. And my friend's mom and dad, y'all staying out of the house today.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were, yeah, and that's it. We played all day outside in the heat. It didn't matter. Drank out of the water hose. We survived. But we had so many great adventures, and that was just a wonderful way to grow up in my book.
Yeah, also, too, it was before anybody could prove anything, too. That's why everybody asks, well, how come Gen X doesn't on the internet? Because there's no proof. Nobody knows anything about us, and we're not telling.
Well, no, you know, you grow up with that, you know, and when the internet, I remember, you know, when it first got out, you know, like, what the hell is this? Okay.
Right.
and no, it was just very fun to grow up, especially when I turned into a young man. In the teenage years, going into like 1990, 91, 92. The music, man, you know, took on a whole new, you know, every decade kind of copies another one. The 80s did a lot of 50s copying.
Right.
Right. In a lot of ways. And then, of course, the 90s did a lot of 60s copying. You know, if you go down to Spencer's in 1990, you know, all you're going to, you know, you get a peace sign, you know, some of the hippie thing was coming back.
Yeah, well, I'm noticing that some of the 80s styles are coming back again. And actually, the grunge from the 90s has actually never gone out of style. I'm still seeing people with the ripped jeans and the flannel shirts and whatnot. In fact, I wear flannel shirts all the time. I don't wear ripped jeans, though.
In fact, I'm wearing one right now.
There you go.
This is here we go. Now, so we're... No, you're right.
Our music has never gone out of style. In fact, I remember playing at a place downtown about 5-6 years ago. And one of these kids, they looked like kids to me at the time. I was in my late 40s, but they still looked like kids to me. And they asked for John Ford Coley or something like that, England Dan, and it's like, how in the hell do you know who that is? That was a 60s band. And they're like, oh, our parents and everything. I'm like, so yeah, I know that even the younger generation likes the older music too, because they grew up with it with their parents and stuff. So let's see. Skeletor, welcome. He says, I felt like a teenager today swinging a pick.
well, Laura, I want to ask you real quick.
A pickaxe. Okay. Go ahead.
And I heard you sing, and I never commented on it. It was like, 2 shows ago. You sang. Man, that was great, man.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, there was some stuff I was recording because awesome. I was trying to set up my OBS for this new show. I can't do a program if I don't have the proper tools, so I'm working on the tools first. I'm still having problems with the OBS, and I'm still not real sure about how the mixing is going to go out live on that. Live music on the internet and stuff like that is real hard, especially when it's not easy to normalize the music.
Oh, I know. Look, here, I'll make you feel better. Look, I'll do a rendition of a song right here, right now, with my gas station microphone. Probably with a chord that he did right, yeah. So, no, you know, no, I think you did wonderful. And I was surprised. You can really belt one out, can't you?
Oh, sure. In fact, those were the ones you saw were nothing compared to some of the stuff that I can do.
I'm just saying.
I've been told I have quite a range, and I get people asking me for all kinds of stuff. In fact, one of the funniest things when I was working at the nightclubs was I would play Brown Eyed Girl or Build Me Up Buttercup or something like that, and I'd have somebody come in. I would have somebody come up and ask me, "Can you do AC/DC?" I just did two girly songs. You think I can do it? But actually, I can do AC/DC. I can.
Can you squeeze your throat really hard?
I actually can. I actually can do some of it. In fact, one of the ones that we came up with.
If I could do that guy's voice, I would do it every day.
One of the ones we came up with, Dirty Deeds. That's one I can actually get through. Dirty Deeds. So I don't want to be like everybody else. Everybody else in town plays what's that? Either Whole Lotta Rosie or what's the other one? Oh, Shook Me All Night Long. And it's like, come on, man. So they like it when I do. They like it when I do Dirty Deeds. I try not to do them too much anymore. Yeah.
You know, I hear they're done dirt cheap.
Laura, do I give singing lessons? No, I sure do not give singing lessons. In fact, if anybody wants an actual good singing lesson, I suggest Melissa Cross. She actually, she actually does. You can find her on YouTube. She actually does the for the screamo bands, but there's all of her exercises and everything like that. Yeah, well, there's a thing about that though. If you scream properly, you would think that you hear those people going and doing like that, but that's actually her vocal talent and everything like that. And there's actually a way to do that properly to where you don't lose your voice. You're not tearing your vocal cords up. She teaches you how to do that. But also too, I've noticed that a lot of her exercises help to warm me up to where by the end of a 4-hour set, my voice isn't gone. And actually, one thing you should always remember.
So she's got a good method that you could follow, that you're not straining your voice and killing your.
Exactly. And it works for all kinds of. Yeah, it works for all kinds of vocals. But I figure if you go to the actual extreme on something like that anything underneath that you're gonna be perfect at. So, but yeah, Melissa Cross, you can find her on YouTube. She's actually quite hip, and she's one of the nicest instructors I can think of that I've ever encountered. There's some on there that just think that there's some people on there that just think that their shit don't stink, and they talk down to you. And she's there. She wants to help you out. She's got some free tips and tricks on YouTube, and I think she actually does some kind of a class or something you can pay for or whatever, CDs, whatever.
Well, all that aside, I will say that I was impressed, man, and pleasantly surprised. I thought you did very well on your when you sang. That's the first time I've never heard you sing.
Well, I'm a pro, and you can go to if you want to hear some other songs. You can go to my Rumble page. If somebody wants to share that for him, it's actually I think if you get on Rumble, you can go to On the Double Band. I believe that's the name of that channel, On the Double Band, on Rumble, on Rumble.
On Rumble, I've grown a great fondness for Rumble. Shout out to Rumble.
Me too. In fact, I don't see anyone over here on YouTube anymore, and Hallie never did call in. Although I'm so glad she did let us know that she was here. But I am going to turn off YouTube now. It's actually I let it go over for another half hour.